Hello, I'm Joel and I am here to tell you all about Instacan. Instacan is an amazing card at any number, it's easy to do and it gets amazing reactions every single time.
I swear. That is not normal. You need to go on.
Two spectators think of a digit. The two digits are put together to form a number between 1 and 52. Have you got a number?
Yeah.
Have you got a number? For the first time, what is your number? The number 3. And what is your number? The number 7. We put them together and we create 37. Then you count down that very number which has been selected by your spectators. In fact, would you do me a favour? You're going to do the counting. Hold your hand out for me. Sorry. I'm not going to change the order of these. Are you left or right-handed?
Left.
Oh, you're left-handed. You freak. Hold on to this.
All the best people.
You're going to count down. Don't turn them over. Just deal them down like this. 1. Go for it. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You arrive to one single card, and that card you arrive to matches your prediction perfectly. You've arrived to one card.
Okay.
Turn it over and show everybody what it is.
And you?
And me.
Yeah.
It's the 4 of spades. Show it to the camera. It's the 4 of spades. My prediction is underneath that glass.
Okay.
If that is a 4 of spades, you would all agree, Shannon, that would be a miracle.
Very difficult.
I was going to say I picked the wrong person, haven't I? Shannon, I don't want to touch it. Would you turn it over, show it to the world? It is indeed. Thank you. And then, as an extra kick, you turn over the entire pack and show that every single card is blank. They are all the same, but every card's different. Turn them over. All of them, every single card. Every card in the pack is blank. You're doing a good job there.
All of these.
No, turn them all over at the same time, simultaneously and together. Every card in the pack is blank. And that one. That was the only number you could have said. Thank you. Thank you.
Very good.
It's clean, it's easy to do, and right at the end of the effect, every single card is completely examinable. There's no memory work, there's no stats, there are no funny weird moves, there's no strange processes or anything like that, there's no rough and smooth. It's a regular packet of playing cards and it gets killer reactions. The more amazing thing, look, every single card in the pack.
Yeah, it's 4s. What
blank.
is going on there? Why is it blank? I thought it were 4s.
That is unreal. Check if they're
Have a look.
That is
They're
amazing,
regular cards, right?
honestly.
Nah, they ain't close that, are they?
Wow.
Nice to meet you all, thank you.
Oh, well done.
Thanks for your help.
honestly.
Cheers,
Well
thank you.
done.
Oh,
Really
nice one.
good.
Thank you, glad you liked it.
You're well not making me sleep tonight, you.
It's red hot. Hello.
Hello.
This is the best trick you'll ever buy.
First, you introduce your prediction and place it under an object. I always use a spectator with a Rubicon ball, but you can use a spectator with a brick, a spanner, a baby, or anything you want.
And I'm going to leave that. Can I place that under the bottle? Is that alright?
Yeah,
So you know I'm not
of
going to touch it or anything like that. I'll leave it right there.
Then, the people you're performing for pick any number between 1 and 52, and then you deal down that exact amount of cards and stop on the card they select.
6, 37, and there is 38. I can see this card. You've arrived at the 38th card. The 8 of diamonds. That is exciting, right?
Yeah.
Then you reveal your prediction, and it matches perfectly.
My prediction is here from a different packet of cards, and that card is also the 8 of diamonds.
Ooh.
Thank you.
Then you knock 'em for 6.
Every single card is actually
Oh. That was a plot twist.
yeah. Plot twist.
Plot twist.
Plot twist.
Plot twist.
Plot twist.
Plot twist. I wasn't expecting them to all be blank, so I've not seen one of those tricks before. Absolutely amazed.
Plot twist.
And they can check 'em out.
Exciting.
Have a look. Here you go.
Ooh. That's good.
That was good.
I like that one.
I was surprised. I was. Exciting.
Yeah, how was that?
That was good. I think that's a wrap, Joel. Just be careful, the edge is right there in front of you, so yeah. Right, Brill, thanks ever so much. Oh! Oh shit, Joel! Joel! No. Oh, no. No.
Alright.
Are you sure?
Well, there we go. Hello, how we doing?
Oh, that was a double trailer spectacular.
It was a double trailer spectacular. I've got to be honest, I was debating which one to show, and I thought, you know what? We'll show both. I must admit, I had so much fun when we went out filming that the second one, the first into the town. It was really good, and coming up with the concept of it as well. That was amazing. It was just, you know, how silly could we be?
Would anybody believe that we made it up on the day?
We had a rough idea.
The concept of it, you're making it sound like we actually sat and scripted it out, but we didn't.
Oh,
Hey,
stop
how's
it.
everybody doing?
We did more scripting than you Lenas have credit for. So, you're fine. Hello, good evening, everybody. Hope you're all well. I might look a little tired today. Joel had me working all day yesterday, more than usual. So,
Yeah, we did quite a lot of work yesterday, and thanks to everybody who came along and joined the Alakazam Academy. It was a lot of fun. That's what we were up to last night. We were doing a superhero academy, and we just taught a whole heap of magic, which would basically turn people into superheroes. And it was a lot of fun.
We did. Joel was the superhero. I was the supervillain. So, you know, we had a competition to see who had the best superpowers and who would win in a fight at the end. Who was going to win, Joel?
You won in the end, you fluky beep. Thank you, David, for coming along and with it. We hope you enjoyed it. We've had a lot of really good feedback about it. We've had a review on the Academy already. I've had messages of people saying they absolutely loved it. And it was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed it.
It was really good. It was really good. Sorry, go on.
No, we've got a special announcement. I think we should get on with it. I really do.
Do you think so? Do you know? You see, you don't want to peak too soon, do you? Really?
Well, we're not peaking too soon. On today's show, we've got a special guest.
We have.
He's going to be coming on a little bit later. And the really sweet thing about this is that he's just going to be performing for us all. So that's going to be really, really nice. We're going to get to catch up with his magic, see what he's doing. But yeah, I think we should go straight into it and talk about it straight away, what we've had lined up. I'd be interested. We've kind of give a few clues away, and this all actually stemmed from Miles last week. We had Miles on the show, and he did a fantastic little spot of just performing some wonderful pieces of magic. And I can't remember exactly how it came about, but there was a big suggestion. And at that point, as this suggestion came up, I just went, ping. You went.
Well, we have talked about it. We've talked about it before, haven't we? We talked about doing bits and pieces and things like that. And with restrictions changing all the time, it was hard to sort of lock anything down and go, right, well, we can do that. We can have a venue. We can do this.
Absolutely.
So go on then. I know you want to tell them. Go on, tell them.
You tell them. You tell them.
No, you tell them.
Tell them.
So on the 24th, 24th of October, Joelle and I are going to put a day of magic on. So it's going to start from 11 o'clock in the morning through till 8, 9 o'clock at night. And we've got some amazing lecturers to come and to do lectures for you every hour. We're going to have a break in between. We're going to have sort of breakout groups so you can actually go and chat with people, socialize, and then go back into the lectures. So that's what we're doing on the 24th of October. So go on. Go on.
You're making this sound like a day. You even just called it a day of magic. People, this is not just a day of magic. This is going to be an online convention. We've got some wicked performers, wicked acts, wicked magic creators lined up who are going to join in and make this an actual nice, relaxed online convention that you can all join in with, right? But
it is, yeah.
Hang on. Alex is saying, is there any way of raising Joelle's microphone? Andrew, yours is coming through loud and clear, but it's 10 times the volume that Joelle's is coming through. Well, I ain't going to stand here for ages. I'll talk a little bit louder. But we're running an online magic convention.
We are running an online convention. It's going to be a full day full of wonderful magicians. We've got a Q&A with a legend of British magic. We've got international magicians. We've got stage. We've got close-up. It is going to be amazing. It really is. So go on, show them who's going to be on the lineup. And we'll talk about
are we ready?
Yes.
This is the lineup that we've got prepared. We've put all of this together in no time at all. All right. And I think we've done a really good job here with the actual lineup that we've got. I'm going to get it on now. Are you ready?
So this is the lineup. So Joelle?
This is the lineup. Let me take this off. There we go.
There we go. So we're going to have Mark Oberon, Etienne Pradier, Mark Elsden, Paul Gordon. We're going to have a Q&A with Harry Robson, and then we've got Miles Thornton as well. Now, we've not got the specific times of when they're going to be on during the day. We'll release that a bit closer to the time, obviously, given everybody's circumstance. But, I mean, how amazing is that? If you went to a show anywhere in the world and those people were on the lineup, you'd be over the moon. So,
absolutely.
Yeah, so that's what we're going to do. So that's the 24th of October.
Yep. We've got, right, this is the really cool thing, right? So I was thinking, okay, we need to get these people, but we also now need to really realistically figure out how this is going to be absolutely brilliant, right? So what I've been doing, I've been talking to the people who we have on the show, on the convention day. Paul Gordon is going to be presenting basically all of his quick visual magic. So he's going down a bit of a different route of quick visual magic. I'm going to pull Andy out of that there. He's just vanished. So we've got Paul Gordon, and as I say, he's going to be demonstrating basically a lot of his very visual magic. All right. I've had a chat with Mark Elsden, and I've known Mark for years. I've always been a massive fan of his work. I genuinely love all of his work. He's one guy that when I've gone out to do lectures, when I went to Wales, he's been to a couple of my lectures there. And he was always the really super friendly guy who would always come up and chat ideas over, and and he was just always lovely to be around. Hello, Andy.
Hello. My internet was so excited it just freaked out.
No, I know. I think we just broke the internet with this announcement, Andy. Well,
I think so.
So I was just explaining, and I haven't even told you this yet. In fact, I've only found out about 5 minutes ago that Mark Elsden is actually going to be presenting a brand new lecture, and it'll be the first time. Honestly, it's going to be launching it. And if you're familiar with Mark's work, you will know that it's absolute top draw magic. It honestly is. It's brilliant. I've always been a massive fan of his work. His ideas just come from different places, and he's got lots of unusual and amazing stuff. But he's going to be presenting a brand new lecture, and it'll be the first launch of his lecture on the Real Workers Magic Convention on the 24th of October. And now for the price that we've listed this at, we've kept it low. We've kept it low. But for the amount that we're getting, and Andy said earlier that we haven't actually scheduled it yet. Well, we haven't because we don't want to rush in scheduling it, because if we just schedule it now and we say, well, that's it, we haven't really done the best thing that we can do for it, you know?
Yeah.
So, yeah, Mark Elston's going to be presenting his brand new lecture. You've been on the phone to Harry, and he's got something really cool.
He has. He's got something quite nice that he's going to do for us as well. You were talking about Paul Gordon. Paul Gordon's got a trick that he's going to show that he's not shown before.
That's right.
There's lots and lots of lots of lecturers that are going to be doing stuff that you'll have never seen before. I mean, Paul, and we were talking earlier, Paul's not done any Zoom shows or anything like that since lockdown. I think he's done one, and that's it. So we're going to be really fortunate to get him on, and you know, it's going to be good. I mean, we're in a situation where we want to do something for you lot out there, and we also want to do something for the people that are lecturing and performing and that sort of thing. So that's why we put a price on it. It makes it a bit more exclusive, so you can all come in. So you get to do something that nobody else will do if they don't pay, and we also get to pay the performers as well. Because the way things are going, if we don't start looking after the performers and that sort of thing, then
we're going to lose.
They're all going to they're going to get different jobs. They're going to have to get other jobs, and then we're going to lose some of the most creative minds in magic. And they're not going to, you know, it's going to have such a knock-on effect. If we lose them over the next 2 years, they're not going to come back into magic for 5-6 years. And just imagine all them effects that we're going to lose out because they're not going to be able to create and perform and do what they do best, really. I mean, can you imagine Etienne Pradier working in a factory? I mean, that is going to be such a loss to magic, you know, and Mark Olbron, and you know what I mean? I mean, Mark's worked all over the world. He's performed on stages with David Williamson and people like that. And I mean, when he came on and did the little bit for us, that was amazing. So, you know, and he said he's got new stuff for his lecture and all that sort of thing. So it's fabulous stuff.
Yeah, absolutely.
No, Gareth Whitty's just said no Paul Zenon. No Paul Zenon, unfortunately. No.
Very funny.
You know, but we're trying, you know, we listened to what people were saying last week, and we spent the whole week this week getting everything sort of in place, going, right, what can we do? Who can we get? You know, we've reached out all over. I've reached out to Gator Bloom. Unfortunately, he's got something already on that day, but he said if we do something in the future, he'd love to do it. Blah blah blah. You know, so I even tried to reach out to Michael Amar and people like that. So you know, if this is a success, if you get behind it and support it, we could do something like this every couple of months or something like that. And you know, if people turn up and you know, they said we get 50, 100 people to watch, then the other lecturers are going to come on and go, do you know what? I can sustain my career, and you get to watch fabulous lecturers that, I mean, in your living room. You know, you don't have to go to Blackpool. I know everybody loves Blackpool, but you know, I sometimes compare at Blackpool, and you know, the first 3, 4, 5 rows get filled up really quickly. You don't even have to get there on time. You can sit in your living room and watch, and that's great.
I think the one thing about this that is quite important is that we're going to really give it a natural feel rather than feeling like it's online. I mean, me and you, like, we just relax anyway and we chat. But me and you are in the same bubble, so we're going to be together when it's happening. Yeah. We can have a laugh and, you know, make everybody feel comfortable who's on the show. But the really sweet thing about this is that we're going to be doing it, and it's going to be on Zoom. So what we're going to do, we're going to set up monitors in our in the room that me and Andy are in. We'll have monitors set up, so we're going to be able to see you guys. You're all going to be surrounding us, right? So what we're going to do is be able to talk and interact with you guys directly. So any questions, we're going to be doing questions and answers with these magic creators and performers. So any questions that you might have, you can throw them at the performers. We're going to have, you know, there's going to be a lot more than what we've said so far. And one really sweet thing, can you remember when we had Miles on the show and he explained about his floating glass?
Yeah.
Well, he didn't explain how it worked, but it looks absolutely amazing. Well, I've managed to twist his arm behind his back, and he's going to actually teach us.
Oh, he's going to do it on the.
He's going to do it on the Day of Magic, yeah, on the convention.
All right. Well, we're having lots of questions coming in. So Robin has just asked. So there you go. So Robin, how much is it? It's just joined. So we've
Are you
got
ready
it.
for the answer? Watch the screen.
Yes.
There we go.
So it's going to be $44.99. Now, Joelle, I tell you something we've not thought of.
What?
Do you know we have the real workers discount code?
Yeah.
Can they use that with? Yeah. Can they use that 10% off on the?
Well, I'll tell you what I'll do. I think we should do. Yeah. Why not?
Yeah.
I'll log on now.
Yeah.
And I'll make that so you can apply the discount. It'll literally take me 2 seconds.
Okay, cool. There we go. So if you want to join us on that day, you've got your 6 lecturers, you've got your Q&A with Harry, you've got us being able to interact with you during the day. We're going to have your breakout rooms so you can actually interact with people that you might not necessarily speak to, but you see them at conventions. So they're all going to be there, hopefully. And that's the $49.99. You get all of that. It's going to be on all day, and you can apply your Real Workers discount code. So it's Real Workers 1, and you'll get an extra 10% off. So that'll just be over £40. So yeah, so that'll just be over £40 for all of that and that sort of thing. So yeah.
I've just added
Ted. Yeah, Ted's just bought a ticket. Ted's just bought a ticket. So Gideon's asked if it will be recorded so they can look back later. We're trying to sort out, so it will be. So you'll have it on your account.
All we need to do to ensure that we can record it is just to make sure that every creator and every lecturer who we have on, there'll be a lot more that we will be announcing over time. That's going to be going on the convention day. But what we're going to do is just ensure that all of the creators are happy with that. And then that will only be available to everybody, obviously, who's purchased tickets for the convention. And we would not be selling that as a product in the future. It would just be exclusive to the people who purchase tickets.
Harry Robson, Harry's just asked, do I have to work all day? Yes, Harry, of course you have to work all day. You're retired now. You've nothing else to do.
Good question.
No, just we'll pick a time, but whenever's best for you, Harry, we'll do a Q&A. And we'll say an hour, but we'll give Harry 2 hours because we know. He's got lots of experience and lots of stories to tell. So, yeah, whenever you want, Harry, you know, whenever, you'll be fine. You can come and run it with us if you want. You'll be all right.
Join our
You'll be
ball.
So it is going to be recorded. If everybody agrees to it, all the lecturers agree to it. I mean, we could probably just record the ones that agree to it, but I'm guessing everybody. I mean, the response we've had from the lecturers has been superb, so I'm guessing they're going to do whatever they can. But so if you want to share it, like it, do whatever you want, spread the word, because the more people are there, the better it's going to be. And obviously, the more support we can give to the lecturers, and the more support we give to them, we can get better lecturers and go through. You know, if we did this every couple of months, you know, we could get all the lecturers that we can do for you, and see, you know, who's going to be.
Harry says it takes him 2 hours just to introduce himself.
Well, I mean, he's achieved so much, you know. He really has. I mean, I still learn stuff. I mean, I've known Harry now for 15 years, maybe a bit longer, 17.
Yeah.
I've known him a long time now. and I learned stuff about him all the time. I mean, he was a professional football player. He's
Wow.
worked in yeah, you know what I mean. He's loads of time. I'm not telling all his stories. That's his stories to tell. But yeah, all the time. I think one of the last gigs we all did together, we worked in Barrow,
Yeah.
and I picked Harry up and we drove up, and we were talking just about silly things. And he said, "Oh, I did," and I'm like, "You did what?" And the stuff he's done, and the people he's met over the years, it's been amazing. So anytime I get to spend with Harry, it's amazing because I start him off and then he just tells me a story for an hour and it's wonderful. It's fab. So Harry, you can have all day. What we'll do is we'll do the thing on the Saturday and we'll just have a full day for Harry on the Sunday. Just start at 12 and finish whenever he wants to.
So we've had Mark over on the Jam.
Yes.
And you know, he taught us little bits of magic. Obviously, it was just a jam session, and we're very aware that it was going live. So he refrained from teaching quite a lot. But from what I've gathered, he's going to be doing a really neat little parlour spot. I'll be teaching a lot of, you know, a lot of his stand-ups, because a lot of his performing is obviously stand-up style performing, parlour work and things like that.
Yes.
So we're going to get a little bit of a sneak peek behind the scenes as well, and learning some of his amazing secrets.
And I mean, hopefully, after reading his book, Looks, Lines and Grips, I mean, that's amazing. So hopefully he'll teach a bit more around that as well. So as we get close to the day, I might just say to him, can you just do 10, 20 minutes on that as well? Because that's more for me really than anybody else. But I just found it really interesting the way he approaches the whole thing of creating a show. And especially nowadays, I think what we'll be doing before anything else, we won't get back into close up too quickly. But I think more the shows, so we can be all prepared for that. That'd be good.
Yeah. I think Gideon has just said it's really great what we're doing. And I think that kind of touches base on what you said earlier, Andy, about how magicians are genuinely, you know, let's not have any airs of graces about it, but magicians need work right now. And I think creating this little opportunity as well is, as you've said already, is a way for people to actually get paid for their amazing ideas and to give people, you know, these creators a little bit of hope to keep working.
Yeah, I mean, they're doing a lot for all the clubs and societies and all that sort of thing. But again, you know, as entertainers, we've got used to a certain lifestyle and we enjoy going out and performing. And I mean, they miss going to the conventions as much as people going to watch them, you know. So, because, you know, Blackpool for a lot of people is a good start to the year, you know, where they go and, you know, they sell all the merchandise and everything else. And, you know, as much as we all do it for the love of the art, we do, you know, so the more we can support them, the longer they're going to be around. I mean, can you imagine if in the next 12 months, all the full-time entertainers had to go and get jobs that, you know, you'd be like, well, what happened to the industry?
Yeah, I think Matt James kind of hit the nail on the head very recently on one of his Facebook posts about having to go out and find a job. I don't know if you saw it, but basically what he said was that, you know, it's not as easy as just going out and finding a job, because this is what we are. It's not like it's a job. It's not even that it's just a career. It's that this is who we are and this is what we know and this is what we do. And we don't want that to change. And it's right. This is what we do. We create magic. We think, like you guys, we think about magic 24/7, you know, and that's what magicians do, because we've got that, I don't know whether it's a buzz or an addictive personality or wanting to come up with amazing magic just to astound people or whatever the reason is. But it is, at the end of the day, it's what we do and it's what we know and it's who we are. So it's important.
You know, I'm going to say something, and it might sound extreme and it might sound, you know, oh, how can you compare? But, I mean, can you imagine somebody saying to Leonardo da Vinci, you can't create art? Just think of what the world would have missed out of. Di Vernon, you've got to go and do something. You can't create magic, you can't do. Where would we be without
Yeah.
it? So we need to, make sure that the industry, as much as it's got holes in at the moment, and it's sort of slowly sort of submerging, and people are going, right, what do I need to do? For complete honesty, I've had a wedding that I was doing next July, so July 2021, has been in touch with me today and rearranged for 2022 because they don't know what's going to happen. So if that happens for next year as well, that means that my industry, my way I, pay my mortgage and pay all my bills, isn't going to be around anymore. So we have to be a bit more creative. We have to sort of look at things slightly differently. And, you and I started this and we said, well, we need to support the artists as well. So that's why we invite them on. We don't take a commission. We don't take anything else. We invite them on. We say, you can do whatever you want to do. If you want to promote anything, you promote it. If you want to promote dates or whatever, we do, because it's giving back to the people that have got me into it. And like yourself, so all these people, we need to, they've given us stuff over the years. Now it's time for us to go, right, we need to sort of spread the love. We need to spread the love, don't we? And we need to be able to say, right, this is what we're going to do. But yeah, it's exciting. I'm not looking at it as it's the worst thing in the world. It's exciting.
That didn't sound quite as extreme as you were making it out to be. That was well worded.
What, with the whole sort of Leonardo da Vinci and that sort of thing?
Absolutely.
It really isn't.
Spot on.
If his creativity was stifled by some sort of, just imagine. I mean, the influence that he's created and things like that. And then I'm no sort of, for some people, you'll be going, well, performing a double lift is not like painting the Sistine Chapel, but
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah. Maybe it is though. Hang on, maybe it is possibly that to some people who think
it is. Yeah.
Think about Andy Bradley, how long he thought about his double lift,
the master push-up. Yeah.
Not quite as you just said, but I mean, it's there in his head and he's thought about it,
Yeah, and I mean, I've been fortunate enough to go to see, the Sistine Chapel and that sort of thing, and it was all right. It was a bit of pain, but then when I see, Gaten Balloon perform his cut and restored mic stand, that for me is more impressive than the Sistine Chapel. So I know what you mean. I know what you're getting at. It is sort of, horses for courses, as they say.
Well,
so yeah, and
think about the first magic trick that got you hooked on magic.
Yeah.
That had such an impact on you that has now literally paved the way that your life has gone.
Yeah. Oh, we've just had a quick question as well. Just when you've made the adjustment, we need to take the postage off the tickets.
All right, okay. I'll do that now. You can waffle a little bit, and
I'll waffle a little while, and I'll answer some of the questions that we've got so far. David, thank you for that, David. That's fabulous. We're on that now. So there we go. You see, this is great. We can do it straight away. So we talking about the lecturers and that sort of thing. I mean, if you, with the question and answer for Harry, if you want to get any questions in between now and then, get your questions in, because we'll obviously have lots to compile for the day and that sort of thing. If there's any suggestions that you want us to do during the day in the breakout rooms or anything like that, we've looked into it, we can't really run any sort of quizzes or anything like that because it's probably gambling. So we're trying to think of other things we can do to obviously, so we might do sort of, little groups if you want to work on card stuff, or we might try and run little workshops in between and that sort of thing. So We try to cover as much as we can, really, with the close-up and with sort of the stage and everything else. And we did ask a couple of other people about sort of children's entertaining and that sort of thing. So we're still waiting on a few answers for that as well. Oh, hello, Joel's back.
Sorry about that. So we've had a few
Is that
orders already.
Yes.
So what we'll do, obviously, we will refund your P&P, but I can tell you now, if you go and buy your convention tickets, you're not going to be charged for P&P, and everybody who has now just purchased their tickets, you are going to get your P&P completely refunded, so you won't be out of pocket. And to everybody who's
There we
put your
go.
product in already, we do really appreciate your orders.
There we go. Yeah, thank you very much.
And
And when you do share this,
Andy, I'm going to say quite confidently, this is going to be a memorable online convention. This is going to be wicked.
for the good reasons. For the good reasons. Yeah, of course it is. It is. It's going to be good. I'm so looking forward to it. It's giving me something to sort of look forward to. I didn't realise how much I've missed that sort of. I've got a day where I can do something. You know, I'm already planning sort of what I'm going to be doing, what lectures I'm going to watch, and who I'm going to sort of. Oh, you know, I want to do that. I know I'm going to watch. Well, we'll have a lot of stuff to do on the day, but
Andy, you're not a guest. You're going to be working on this, by the way, just so you know. Okay. So,
not fair.
if anybody has a beat the one, that would be funny, wouldn't it? Maybe we should get Sam on.
We could, yes, that'd be good. We could get Sam on, do a little beat the one. We could do it afterwards if people wanted to stay afterwards, because I mean, it'd have to be past Watershed, really. I've seen a few of them. Do you know? Do you want to know something? I met one of my heroes at the convention. He was doing, was it Beat the Wand or something like that? I think he was doing Beat the Wand, and I got to show him to the green room and spend some time with him, and it was amazing. And it was the guy. It was Charlie Chuck. Do you know who Charlie Chuck is? And I got to speak to him, and I'm just like, for years, he just makes me laugh. It's the visual, it's the hair, and it's the stick, and Charlie Chuck. If you don't know who Charlie Chuck is, after this, just go and Google Charlie Chuck. He's amazing. He's funny, but I mean, he's not for everybody's taste, but I love him. He's fab. He'll give you an idea of sort of where I am mentally.
Didn't we watched a little bit of when I was stopping at yours recently? We put some Charlie Chuck on. He's the stand-up comedian with the wild red hair.
He is, yeah. I'm gonna murder one of his jokes now.
Oh, no.
They call me pal, not because we're friends. I've got a head like a lump of dog meat. It's amazing.
Excellent.
Charlie, you won't be watching this, but I'm sorry.
So I'm going to show this banner one last time. I want people to see this.
Okay. Yeah, look at that. I mean, that looks like the coolest lineup ever. It's just amazing. It really is. I mean, I've got to be honest. It's been done really well. It looks like Mark Oberon's actually making that card appear in Etienne's hand.
Oh yeah, we well and truly
really
thought
good.
about that.
Oh yeah, of course we have. But yeah, it is going to be good.
That's right. So it's going to be starting at 11 o'clock, and it's going to start at
11 o'clock in the morning. So you don't have to be up too early. So if you want to go the whole, Blackpool convention route and get a bit drunk the night before, you don't have to be up too early.
Yeah, we should maybe make a little room, like a Ruskin type room, where people can just. So we've got a great lineup. We've got Mark Oberon, Etienne Pradier, Mark Elsden, Paul Gordon, Harry Robson, Miles Thornton, and just so you know, I'm just going to turn this off now. We've got extra little bits and pieces that me and Andy have got planned that we're going to be running on the day, and there might be an extra couple of guests as well, which there is. Andy. We have a couple of extra surprises on the day. So it's going to be.
Have you sorted somebody else out already?
I might have done.
Oh, fabulous! I'm very excited. Oh, don't tell me. I want to know. I want a surprise on the day. I don't want to know who the other special things are. But we'll be adding to it all the time. So make sure you're on our mailing list. Go onto our website. Make sure you're on the mailing list. Sign up for that. It's free. Sign up for the mailing list, and then we'll be updating you all the time. So what we'll do is we'll end up with a schedule, so you'll know exactly who's on at what time. Then all the little bits in between that we're going to add on, all the extras, and then at least you're up to date and you can plan your day, and you've got something to look forward to. So, David, thank you very much. David just said he's just ordered his ticket. There we go. So, yeah.
Another thing, Andy, just so people know, this is not, it's not going to be a limited event. There is a chance that once we start to get closer that we might have to start to limit the tickets. But we're not limiting this. So we're not going to start saying you've got to buy your tickets now. But when it gets a little bit closer to the event, there is a chance that we might then have to start limiting the ticket sales for the lecturers, and just to make sure everything's manageable on our side, on on our screens and things like that. Are you okay to do me a favour, Andy, and just waffle for a couple of minutes while I pull out this?
I'll waffle at all. Of course I will. Now, because obviously with different time frames, if people are watching all over the world, we'll be running different things. But like we said, we will be trying to make sure it's all recorded so you can watch it at a different time. So we've just had a message from Ted saying it'll be 3 a.m. for him. So, so recording it's going to be the best thing. So you can watch it back and that sort of thing. But if you can be there, it's going to be such a nice feel because we're going to get to speak to people and be in the community and all that sort of thing. And like I said, the little breakout rooms we're organising will mean that it'll be like going to the Ruskin. You can go and get yourself a pint in the afternoon, sit and chat and just, catch up with people that you might not necessarily have seen for a long time. So, yeah, I'm, as you can tell, I'm quite excited. I've got to be honest, I didn't sleep much last night either. So we're, the croaky voice and all that sort of stuff. But, talking of last night as well, if you've not seen it already and you want to go and see the Alakazam Academy, we'll be putting the link down as well later on, so you can go to that. I taught some bits that I've not released anywhere, little subtleties. At one point, Peter and I went, that's just worth it all on its own. It was something that I've used for years and not really told anybody. It was a holdout, and so yeah. Dean, why no female lecturers? Dean's just asked. We've asked a couple, but they've not got back to us as of yet. So we might be adding things in. But yeah, no, we're trying to make sure there's lots for different people. It's just the ones that are available at the moment are the 6 we've released. If there's any female lecturers that get in touch with us that we've obviously reached out to, then we're happy to put them in. So yeah, there's a few that we're.
You're doing a good job. Keep talking. I'll be back in 1 second. I'm just doing.
Oh, it's interrupted me. I lost my train of thought now. Female lecturers. Yes, female lecturers. So yeah, so there is. So we're still waiting on some people getting back to us and being able to say they can do it. And because I think there's a convention on abroad somewhere. I think is it LA, somewhere like that.
Italy.
No idea what he said. He didn't say anything, did he? What did he say?
Italy.
He still didn't say anything. What are you doing?
In Italy.
It's Italy. I know it's Italy, but he didn't say anything, did he? It's not me. I'm not imagining it. He's just silly.
I'm back. Right.
Oh,
Basically.
I know.
Hello. Who are you? What I've just done is I've posted on our Facebook group page, the Real Workers Magic page, just posting a picture. This is a little bit of a plea. Would you all do me a favour who was watching the show? Would you go on and share that anywhere you like? Put it on your own Facebook page, put it into groups. If you can go and share that, and the more magicians we can let know about this, the better. And you guys who are now watching and still listening, if you can go and hit share, we'd massively appreciate that. We want this to be a massive success, basically. We want the reassurance for all the lecturers that were booking for this. We just want a brilliant day of magic. And if you could do us a favour, go to Real Workers Magic page, the one you're on now, look beneath this video, I think it'll be, and just share that picture for us. That'll be brilliant. Thank you.
Yeah, that'd be amazing. We'll be putting the links in and things like that as well. So we'll be doing all that as well. So cool. But yeah, anything you can do, like I said, in all the groups, in your society pages, in all that sort of thing, just let us, you can share it as much as you want. And if you need us at any point in between, even if you want us to sort of speak to your society or anything like that, then, you know, we could speak to your society, you know, if you do like a chat room or something like that on Facebook. And if you've got any questions, we can sort of go through that. But yeah, we're this is what we've got at the moment. We've got the 6 people, 6 fabulous lecturers, and that's what we've got at the moment. Like you said, well, we've got a couple more, because Joelle said we've got a couple more that's just confirmed today, and we'll be releasing more.
We've got a couple of extra surprises about lecturers.
Right, okay. Oh, right, okay. There we go. Surprise.
You know one of them.
So yeah,
mine's gone blank.
I know one of them, but I'm sure that's a cryptic message, but I'll be honest, it's been blank all day.
Okay, so we've spoke about the convention. Anybody who gets behind it is much appreciated. But I think we've got a guest waiting to come on the show.
We have. This young man put a post up about a week ago saying, is anybody available to do for me to do some tricks over Zoom, over the internet? And I said, anything I can do to help, just let me know. That was me typing, by the way, one-handed. So yeah, so I said, yeah, and he came on and did some effects for me, and they were fabulous. So I said, you know, if you want to come on and do them on the show, you're more than welcome to come on. And he's like, all right, oh, is that with Joelle Dickinson? I went, yeah. And he went, oh, I love Joelle. And I'm like, okay, no problem. So yeah, so he's a fan of yours, but not of mine, Joelle.
So should I remove you from this then, Andy?
Yeah, remove me and just bring... Well, can I introduce the fabulous Charlie Robinson? He's going to blow your minds. He's very, very good.
Hi, Charlie.
So let's introduce... There we go.
Hello.
Hello, Charlie. Your hair looks fabulous, don't worry.
Thank you. Yeah, so I sort of tried out a few things on Andy. It was Friday, I believe. Just to sort of try something that I'm working on, just sort of to compile a few things together. And I just sort of wondered if I could sort of try them here. And he very kindly said yes. So without further ado, it's a few sort of mind experiments. These will work on the vast majority of you. So am I okay to just jump straight into this?
Of course you are. Of course you are.
Charlie, can I just say something very quickly?
Yeah, sure.
Your microphone for me seemed to be dipping in and out. It's fine, but if there's a moment where I say I didn't hear you, it's only because your microphone's dipping in and out. All right. I don't know if that's doing it for you as well, Andy.
Yeah, a little bit. It might be just as the microphone's coming in and out because hopefully we're talking and that sort of thing.
Okay.
So we might just give it a second after each sort of comment, really. In fact, if you want,
coming closer,
Charlie, do you want to? In fact, because if you want to come in with Joelle and do it with Joelle, and then I'm out the way, shall we do that? So if I
no, you stay in, Andy. Come on.
Are you sure? All right. Okay.
Of course, yeah. Right. I'm looking forward to this.
I'll use the microphone on here.
Oh, brilliant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect.
All right.
So, like I said, this is sort of something that will work with the vast majority of you. Hopefully, you can hear me okay now. Is this better?
Perfect, Charlie.
Okay, brilliant. So yeah, again, this will work on the vast majority of you. It's just about open-mindedness, and hopefully this will work. So to start with, I want you to imagine there's a rainbow, okay? And I want everyone to sort of imagine there's a rainbow sort of between the screens. And I want you to imagine the rainbow with the following colours: a red, a yellow, a pink, a green, a yellow, an orange, a blue. So you've got the red, yellow, pink, green, orange, purple, blue. And in a moment, you're going to pick one of those colours, and you're gonna imagine a landscape with it. So, for example, if you went for green, you might imagine a forest, or if it was pink, you might think of a field of flowers. So just everyone sort of think of a colour and imagine, obviously pick your own, but imagine sort of a landscape in your mind using one of those colours. And I'm going to try and write down what I think I'm trying to convey here. Hopefully, okay, I've written something down on one of these pieces of card here. This is what I got. If it's right, obviously you can let us know. But that's what I got. I got beach. Are you thinking of a beach?
I did.
What I was thinking of.
Did. Really good.
Okay,
I've been
brilliant.
checking what everybody else got as well, but I got.
That's
beach.
yeah.
I pictured the colour yellow, and I went for like a beach. And
Oh, okay, yeah.
Really
Yeah.
good. Thank you.
I'll try this as well. We're going to imagine that we're in a place for this beach. Okay. Now, obviously, we're in the UK now, so we'll not make it the UK. I want you to imagine that we start off in the USA. Okay. So we start off in the United States of America, and we're going to fly. Let's say somewhere in Europe. Okay. And this beach is going to be somewhere in Europe. And I want you to imagine the city that it's going to be in, and really sort of think about what makes this city unique. Maybe think of a landmark, the sounds, the noises, the people. And once you have that city in your mind, just focus on that there. And hopefully I'll try and pick up on the city as well. Again, we were in the USA, and we flew somewhere in Europe into a city. Again, and I told you to just imagine it with the landmark, the people, the sounds, the noises. Again, I'd be really interested to see what everyone here got. There's over 50,000 cities. 30,000, I think, have distinguishing features like landmarks. I went for Paris.
I went
I
for
don't know.
Paris.
You went for Paris. That's brilliant.
Well done.
And so
Wow.
there we go. Now, Joel, am I okay to just try something with you really quick?
Of course you are. Yeah.
Okay. So this is just going to be sort of like a one-on-one sort of thing here. I want you to imagine that you're going to the beach in Paris with someone. Okay. Now we're going to decide upon a name. So to do this, can you think of? Now I was going to get you to do the PIN number, but we won't do that because that's a bit too personal. Can you think of 2 digits in your PIN number? So like an 8 and a 9, or just pick your own and sort of put them together to make a 2-digit number.
So you want me to create a new number? That would be a PIN number, yeah?
Just a 2-digit number.
Okay, no problem. Okay.
Okay.
I've got a 2-digit number in mind.
Okay. So you're thinking of a 2-digit number, so it could be like 89, or obviously your digits are going to be different. But if you now think about what this would be if it was written out in the air. So if it was 89, it would be EIGHTNINE. So imagine it actually written in words.
Okay.
Okay. And now that you've imagined that written out in words, your number, I want you to jump to the very first letter. Okay. And I want you to think of the first male name that pops into your head beginning with that letter.
Okay.
Okay, have you got that? And
Yeah.
keep saying that name to yourself over and over. And just be honest with me, this has 4 letters.
No. Oh, the name, sorry?
The name.
No, it doesn't, no.
Was it close? How many letters does this name have?
3.
3 letters. Okay, brilliant. Just sort of try and imagine you're actually trying to send me this, okay? because I was thinking 3 or 4 letters. Okay, I went for 4. Okay, that's fine. If you can actually imagine sort of putting this name sort of okay, I think maybe you said that we imagine going to a beach with a person. Now, this was in the fairest sort of way I could think of, but you were thinking of a beach in Paris, and you were thinking about going with a person. Obviously, I don't know, this name could be someone that you know. It might be just a name that you've made up. I'm hoping. What was the name?
It's Tom.
That's exactly what I got as well.
Wow.
There we go. Now, I want you to imagine. I want you to imagine for me.
Slow down a minute. That was amazing.
Thank you.
I was sat here thinking, please get this right. Because I was thinking there was no way you can get this. And then when you turn out, that is brilliant. Brilliant.
It threw me off for a bit because I thought
I was scared for you then.
I originally thought of Thomas. So I was thinking of the long version. That sort of threw me off a bit. But okay, yeah, that's fine. At least I got there in the end. Obviously, this Tom person that we're sort of imagining on the beach in Paris, you're going to give him. I'll try and keep this quite short. So instead of going for like a full birthday, can you think? I want you to imagine that you're giving Tom a star sign. Now, this could be your own star sign. It could be Andy's star sign. It could be literally any star sign that you like. Have you got a star sign that you want to give to Tom?
Yes.
Okay, brilliant. I want you to imagine the star sign sort of written out in the air for me.
Okay.
Okay. I'll try and sort of see the letters that you're imagining. If you sort of imagine, again, it will sound nonsense, but imagine actually trying to send this. There's an R in the word.
There is.
Yeah. And an A.
A what, sorry?
An A.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, that's brilliant. Imagine actually sort of, it will sound nonsense, but imagine you're actually writing this out in the air. There's not an I, is there?
Yeah, there is. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I'll actually imagine trying. Okay, I think it's going a little bit. Okay, it's becoming a bit more fuzzy now, but I want to say an S.
No.
No. Okay, I want you to just think about I want you to think about this for me, and actually sort of turn it up in your mind. Imagine like you're actually shouting this to me.
Okay.
Can you think how many letters there are in this star sign?
Yes. Yeah.
Yes. Okay, I'm going to write something down. Again, you haven't told me this. You haven't written this down. You just gave Tom this star sign. I didn't know what you were going to go for here. I'm hoping. The star sign that you gave to Tom, obviously we were, to set the scene, I asked you to think of a location in which you said a beach. I then asked you to imagine where this beach was, and you said Paris. And I said, imagine that you're taking someone to the beach, and we got Tom.
We got Tom.
And now we're giving Tom a star sign. Be honest with me. Did you think Tom was a Capricorn?
I did.
Brilliant. Now,
well done, mate.
Obviously, I'm not going to go to. Obviously, I don't really know how long you wanted me to do here. So,
however long you like, we're enjoying it.
Yeah. Okay. There's one thing I could try now. Do you have, Joel? Do you have a? It's fine if you don't. I can do something else. But do you have a bank card sort of near you, or could you get one easily?
Maybe it might be in my car. Can you give me 1 second?
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
I've got a bank card right next to me. Joel?
Yeah, you've got one.
Yeah, I've got one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, brilliant. If you want to use that one, then I'm happy to use that. Okay, Joe.
Yeah.
Okay, Joe's got his.
Have you
Okay,
got one, Joel? Have you got one?
Okay, brilliant.
Cool.
Is that a MasterCard, a Visa? What's that one?
It's a debit card.
A Visa debit.
Yeah.
Okay. Without obviously showing it close up to the camera because we don't want to reveal anything personal here. Every card, whether it's American Express or a MasterCard, or I think in your case a Visa debit, they have it's like a 16-digit number, a long 16-digit number. Can you, again, we're not going to reveal that for your security, but can you think for me of if you look at the 16-digit number and just look at the first digit of that 16-digit number. Okay. And as long as you have that number in your mind, you can put the card away. We won't need that for now. Okay.
Go on.
So you have a number from 1 to 10 in your mind that was the start number on your card. Now, if you have a pen, it would be it might be easier, or you could just type it to help you, because we're going to create a new PIN number for you now. Okay, so you have a starting number in your mind, that one from your card. That's going to be your starting number. Okay. Now, what I want you to do is I want you to start at that number, and I want you to jump up or down to another number between 1 or 10. Okay. And did you jump up or down from that number?
I jumped down.
You jumped down, and by how many?
Just one.
Just one. Okay, that's brilliant. Now, here's what I want you to do now. I want you to go back to that starting number again.
Okay.
And jump up or down again.
Yeah.
To whatever number you want.
Okay.
And again, did you jump up or down?
I jumped up.
And by how many?
By 4 digits.
By 4 digits. Okay. And now finally, one more time, you're going to take that starting number and jump to any number up or down. Okay. And how many did you jump to? How many up or down?
Jumped down by 3 digits.
Down by 3 digits. Brilliant. So now you have a 4-digit number that you generated randomly. Is that correct?
Yeah, totally random. Yeah.
I'm hoping this is right, because I was jotting down a 4-digit number, and do you know what? I'm actually going to change it. I think you're. And again, this isn't your actual PIN number, is it? It's just one that we made up.
Yeah, yeah.
And I didn't tell you how many to jump by or what number to start on. You just looked at your card and imagined the number, and then you visualized in your head just jumping up and down the numbers.
Absolutely. From a random digit, I formulated a new PIN code, and there's no way you could know it.
Now you're thinking of a 4-digit number in your head now. There is 10,000 combinations of 4 different digits. Okay. And starting from 0001 all the way up to sort of 999 and whatever. So you get the idea. Now, what was the 4-digit number that you were thinking of?
It's 4381.
4381.
Yeah. Hang on, let me see. I need to see it closer. Oh, wow.
There we go, 4381.
That's fantastic. You've read my mind about 5 times today. That's brilliant.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Really enjoyed that. That was
Thank you very much.
Wow. If you want to show us something else, you're more than welcome. If you want to, you don't have to. But I could watch it all day.
I'd be listening early.
Let's see.
you want to try something on Andy?
I tried. Let me think. I tried all the mind reading experiment things on Andy a few days ago.
Well,
to be honest, I'm not
no,
too sure,
it's
because
okay.
I only really sort of intended to do these few experiments here. So that's all I really had planned. So yeah, I just thank you for sort of letting me do this, and for allowing me to come on.
It's all right.
You don't have to thank us. This is the point where you stop and we start thanking you. That was, honestly, I'm not just saying it. That was brilliant. I really enjoyed that.
Thank you very much.
No,
No,
thank you. I'm saying thank you
It's a
to
pleasure.
you.
We've had a few comments.
Yeah. Wow. So
There you go. We've had.
Look, just to like completely clarify, people have got different answers. David Hand went for Barcelona. His colour was
There you
red,
go.
and he
So
went
we've
for
had.
Santa.
See, there you go.
Amazing.
It just goes to show that, you know, we're all sort of very open-minded. We're all very different people, and obviously it's a lot easier to sort of obviously read someone when I can actually see them, obviously, than everything. But thank you, David, for taking part in that.
Yeah, excellent. Oh, thank you, Charlie. We appreciate that.
Thank you.
How long have you been interested in? I'm guessing you're primarily interested in mentalism.
Well,
So,
essentially, yeah.
Just because we met for the first time on Friday and things were quite rushed, I didn't really get to speak to you much. How long have you been actually performing?
Well, it's very cliche, but obviously I sort of showed an interest when I was about 5, and then because it's one of my dad's friends who was a professional at the time, and he did a party for his son, who I was friends with at the time, and
Yeah.
I was at the show, and I sort of really wanted to learn it. So I told obviously my mum and dad I wanted to do magic, and then it's sort of like the same thing after that. I think they got me a magic set, and it sort of developed from there. So that was when I was, I think, 5, and then I started, obviously not sort of weddings and professional events, but I think I did my first paid performance when I was 9, and then it just sort of started to develop from there. I mean, I'm 17 now, so it's like the only thing I've ever done. I guess it's just because I'm shit at football, but it's just one of them things, I guess.
Yeah, well, honestly, Charlie, when you put the post up, and you know, I don't know what I was expecting, but you blew my mind, and I just thought, we need to obviously get you on here and let everybody know about you. So
I really appreciate that.
It's amazing. It's
Gideon
all right.
says,
It's all right.
nice
And then
one.
Oh, thank you very much.
William Wilson says, amazing, well done.
Oh, thank you.
That was great.
So yeah, there's lots of love for Charlie. But yeah, I mean, I can imagine. I mean, without sounding, are any of those effects sort of things that you've developed, or is it your twist on other effects that you've sort of come across in the past?
I wish I could say that they're mine. They're not. A lot of them I've changed a lot of the scripting for, and I've sort of tried to make it as much as my own as I can, because I didn't used to, with mentalism, I find I find it hard to sort of try and create my own ideas for mentalism. With magic, I find it quite easy to sort of be more creative, because I was a magician. My sort of working set was probably 80% magic, 20% mind reading, but now it's sort of changed to more sort of 50-50. So I'm sort of moving more into the mentalism sort of aspect,
Okay.
It's just sort of because I'm quite good at like creating and sort of creativity with magic, but with mentalism, I find it hard to sort of create my own effects. So I just sort of
Yeah.
rely on like adapting the script to sort of just make things suit my style a bit more, I guess.
Okay. No, that's good. That's really good that you've sort of realised that earlier on, because I mean, it took me quite a while really to sort of find where I was going with it. Sort of, because you like people, so you try and you think, oh, I can use that same joke or that same line. Whereas as I got older, I found sort of, well, in comedic terms, when a comedian talks about finding the voice on stage, I sort of found where I was going. So that's really good that you've sort of identified that really early on. So it just means you're going to go to bigger and better things that I ever will do. But no, that's amazing.
Really appreciate that. We've got a question here from Nicholas Richardson, and he says, "What was the thing that got you into mentalism? Was it a certain person, or a certain performer, a certain book, somebody's?"
Okay. Well, to be honest, I didn't really know what mentalism was until I sort of knew what mind reading was, but I thought they always sort of fell under magic. I thought it was just the same thing as magic. Obviously, there's you can call yourself a magician and do mind reading, but there is sort of, I think for me, there is quite a clear difference, especially because a lot of the mentalism that I try to do is very sort of propless and psychological and stuff. So I think the first person who really sort of did that for me was well, Darren, first of all, was the first person who I saw sort of on TV, like a lot of people, when he made his sort of breakthrough in 2000. And obviously it was sort of that idea of all his explanations on the psychology and on how he does it as well, which, I sort of thought were real. And I sort of went and tried those out, only to find they didn't work, and he was actually using methods. So, and then after that, I discovered Peter Turner. I think it would be he actually inspires me so much. A lot of Peter Turner material. I think he's actually the one that inspires me the most in sort of like a close-up sort of way. Because I met Peter Turner when it wasn't that long ago actually. It was probably I was 13, 14 at the time. And I remember I went to a lecture, and it wasn't his lecture. It was Ravi Mayer. I don't know if you know Ravi Mayer. It was a lecture that he did, and Peter Turner was there with him. And I remember Peter Turner at the end of this lecture, he gave a speech about making your magic and mentalism meaningful. And I know a lot of people don't really accept or not, it's not really their style to talk about the star signs and astrology and things like that. But for me, it's just sort of, I've always been interested in that as well. Like, I think I've always kind of been, so yeah, I'm going on a tangent here, but essentially the people who most sort of inspired me were Darren and Peter Turner, really, as well, especially Peter Turner. Well, them both individually, equally as well, because I do quite a lot of stage stuff as well. So obviously Darren sort of inspires me with that, and Peter Turner inspires me with the close-up stuff. So I guess both of those people would I say are my inspirations.
Oh, lovely. Hey,
Yeah.
we got one.
Well, we've just had one last question as well. Oh, there you go. We're both doing it.
Charlie Willis is asking.
So it just says,
or anything like that.
Yeah. So as far as societies go, I am part of the British Magical Society, and Leamington and Warwick Society as well. Both great societies, great people, and I think it's again, it's just a good environment to be in, to learn from other people, and especially that because obviously I'm a lot of magic societies. This is just sort of stereotyping, but a lot of people there are a lot older, sort of retired and things like that, and it's nice to sort of hear their take on things. I mean, there are younger people there, but I'm sort of the youngest by quite a few years, so it's good to sort of be able to share my ideas with sort of magicians and mentalists that are obviously ranging from just like a few years older than me, like 22, 23, all the way up to like older people. So I think it's good because it's so diverse.
Excellent.
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
You're interested in a very kind of niche area of magic, and obviously collaborating with people can particularly finding people in your area can be really difficult. You might find three or four, five people who are into what you're into. So keep doing what you're doing because you just did it really well, and keep enjoying it.
Yeah.
And you know, magic and mentalism is something that can become disheartening in the sense that you know the connection with people, particularly in mentalism, is and can be quite small. So don't try not to get disheartened with that, and just keep doing what you're doing and keep enjoying it because you enjoy it and it's your passion. So you're very good at it, and over time you're just going to get even better and start flourishing. So,
Thank you, I really appreciate that.
no, it's all right. Thank you very much for coming on.
Oh,
Thank you for
Charlie,
having me.
thank you for coming on.
We appreciate your time, buddy.
No problem at all.
Thank you.
Charlie, you're a superstar, and we'll see more of you, I'm sure. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
We'll see you in a few years on the television with your own show. You'll be kicking the ass. You'll be kicking the ass out of Darren Brown shows, and we're looking forward to it. Take care now.
Thank you very much for having me on. Thank you.
Cheers, Charlie. See you later.
Oh, that was
How
great.
good was Charlie?
Yeah, the highlight for me there was Tom. Like, what?
I know. I was the same. When the name I came up with was Simon.
Right.
And he said shorten it, so I shortened it to Si, and he got Si. And it was just, I've no idea. I'm, you know, I mean, people watching can probably sort of see other effects in it. I mean, the first effect he did was probably one of your friends. What was it called? Oh no, I think it is a Peter Turner thing. What was the effect called? Between the Lines.
Oh yeah.
By Michael Murray. Yeah. So I saw sort of elements of that when he first started, you know, with the rainbow and things like that. But that is a Peter Turner effect. I do remember seeing that on one of the DVDs.
Yeah.
But when he came up with the name, I'm like, I have no idea.
Yeah, it was brilliant.
So.
Gideon says, bye, Charlie. Dean Duggan says, well done, Charlie, keep it up. And the brilliant John Gordon says, brilliant, Charlie, see you soon. And if John Gordon says something brilliant, that means it's brilliant. And we've spoke about John Gordon plenty of times, Andy. And he's a fantastic magician and creator. So, Charlie, you've just had a massive compliment there from John Gordon. So, well done, mate. And from us as well.
Yeah, well done, Charlie.
Really.
And only 17. Only 17.
Wow. Well, what a great thing! What a great thing to become interested in at such a young age. You know, it was. I was probably mid-20s when I first discovered mentalism and mind reading, and you know, so I'm a polite young man.
It is. I know it is. It's good. I've got to admit. I mean, when I first started on my road into magic, I worked in a magic shop, and you'd get the youngsters coming in. And they would really shine. They wouldn't talk to you, and they would the parents would come in, and they'd get an effect, whether it was dynamic coins or some rope effects or whatever. And then over the time, you'd see them coming in week out, and within 6 months, they'd come in the shop and they'd have the cards and they'd be showing people tricks, and they'd be going, Andy, do this, and Andy, do that, and it you know, to see the difference between. I mean, I lecture at colleges on how to speak in public and that sort of thing. And the ages that I lecture to are Charlie's ages. And to see the difference between Charlie, I mean, there's a few people that I've lectured to over the years. If I said they got to come on an online show and talk to people that they didn't know, they would no chance. Whereas Charlie was just amazing. You know, he was confident, and like I said, he was polite, and you know, so
he's already starting to put his craft together.
Yeah. You could see him putting his own little touches on, you know, the little pauses and the little, you know, he was creating his character and doing. So yeah, he as soon as I saw him on Friday, I thought, you know, we've got to get him on, and just for the name, I've no idea. You know, I'm not a big mentalist sort of guy, but yeah, I have no idea how that works. That was unbelievable. So, Charlie's a member of John Gordon's local clubs.
Oh wow!
So yeah, so they probably know each other as well. So
yeah. There is a chance I've maybe met him a few years ago then, because if he's been doing magic for years, I've done a lecture at John Gordon's club. It's a brilliant club, really friendly, really nice. Yeah. So let's take one last look because we have to go soon, Andy. Let's have a.
Yeah. I can't believe we've done an hour and a half already. It's flying by. Crazy.
Yeah, it is. So we've got the Real Workers Magic Convention featuring Mark Oberon, Etienne Pradier, Mark Elsden, Paul Gordon, Harry Robson and Miles Thornton. It's happening on the 24th of October. It's going to be starting at 11 o'clock. We've got a Q&A with Harry Robson, and there'll be a lot more lined up. It's going to be a fantastic day, so it'll be lovely to see you all there. And
it will. So make sure you get your tickets.
We're going to keep it as interactive as we possibly can. You're all going to be there on the screen. You're going to be joining me and Andy in my studio apartment here, and it's going to be absolutely brilliant. So make sure you all come along.
Yeah, I think we'll organise a few giveaways and that sort of thing, and we're trying to organise some other bits and pieces, so you get, you know, some extra sort of things out of the day that you can use, you know, after the day's been and gone and all that sort of thing. So we're trying our best to obviously put it make it as exciting and as good as possible. So, you know, we've got loads in mind. So if it all comes off, it'll be amazing. So yeah, so
it's already
like
it's already happening. We've got it sorted.
Yeah, well that's it. And just reiterating what you said, make sure you share it in all your society pages, all your groups. Share it with all your friends, you know, because again, it's a social thing as well. It's not just about coming to learn or coming to, you know, we wanted to do it, especially on Zoom, so you can all see each other, you can all talk. You know, I mean, we talked about doing it on this, but then it'd just be lecturing and there's not that interaction. So,
with Zoom live with Zoom, and you can all join in and interact and get involved with it.
Yeah, so, you know, if there's any suggestions, get in touch. If you think, oh, that would work well, we're open to suggestions as well, because, you know, it's new for us. So, you know, we're trying to do this and learn at the same time. So we're going to be obviously moving forward and doing everything else. But yeah, put it in your diary, 24th of October, 11 o'clock in the morning. That's obviously in the UK. If you're watching elsewhere in the world, it'll be, you know, when do the clocks go back? Yeah. So it'll be British Standard Time, I think, by then. So rather than daylight saving time.
You look a little bit more like Jay Sankey every time I see you.
Well, I've got a bit of growth now. It's growing again. My other half was like, "Are you going to shave it again, or are you going to grow it?" And I'm like, "I don't know. We'll see."
What do you think?
I'm just seeing how things go.
You know, some people, when they shave the hair off, you know, it doesn't completely grow back.
Don't know.
We'll have to wait and see.
Doesn't matter.
Who cares?
We'll have to wait and see. What we'll do, we'll run a competition. We should run a competition, and then they get to choose what colour I dye my hair. I might do that. If you want, we'll do that. And I might do that for the day of the
For the
real
live.
workers convention. Yeah,
What colour should Andy's hair be?
they get to
dyed?
choose.
I think you should go for yellow. I think we should pick a yellow like this.
Yellow? What? No, I'd look like a massive zit.
Whatever you do,
Yellow.
wouldn't it be pretty cool if you dyed your hair? Let's say you dyed it purple, but you also paint your face purple as well,
Yeah.
and just be like this, just a big purple head.
What, look like a massive grape?
Yeah, why not?
Oh, no. I'll either look like a massive grape or a massive hemorrhoid.
Hello to Leo Monopoly. Hola. Greetings from the Italian
Hola.
community. Ciao. Ciao.
Oh, you've just said bye to him as well. I hope he sticks around longer than that.
No, ciao is hello.
Yeah,
Dean.
that's a great idea, Dean. Yeah.
That's a brilliant idea, Dean.
Side room.
Side rooms. We already spoke about this, to have some rooms where
Yeah.
you can jam if you want to get away from what's happening and you all want to get yourselves in a little side room just to chill out and take a bit of a breather. Your mind might be going overtime with all the lectures and everything that's going on. So
Yeah.
we'll have some little side rooms that are created for you guys to go and have a little chat in and jam out your own ideas.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, that'd be good. I mean, just thinking now, I mean, if people want it, I mean, we could get somebody on that's a bit of a twister, then we could learn balloon modeling. You could do whatever, you know, we'll try and, in fact, I know somebody, I might get in touch with them and see whether they could do like a half an hour twister sort of thing.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
That'd be good.
Sarah Ragazzi. That's for Leo.
All right. Okay.
Leo, thank you very much.
No, thank you very much, and welcome to it from Italy. Well, from the UK to Italy. Harry's just said as he shared it. I probably Harry. I'll have a look. We'll see.
We'll have a look for you, Harry. We'll let you know.
Oh, Harry and technology is a wonderful thing.
Do you know? I think Harry actually plays on it just to get you doing all the hard work for him.
You know, he does. He does. But you know that's the relationship we have. He'll say, Andy, I'm looking at this, and I'll say, all right, I'll come and do it for you. You're fine. Well, I can't now. I can't really sort of do too much, really, because you know I used to be able to pop round and do things, whereas we can't now.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Right.
So yeah. So we've done an hour and a half. It's gone so fast. It's unbelievable. So we need for everybody to get behind it, start sharing it, get your tickets in. Remember, you need to save an extra 10% on your ticket. So Real Workers 1 is your code. Put that in at checkout. Get an extra 10% off. Get people signing up to the newsletter so they can all see the updates and everything else that we're doing alongside it. And yeah, let's make a success out of it and support everybody and have something to look forward to. It's going to be amazing, really is. So it's so exciting. So excited.
I'm excited. Right, Andy, I'm going to leave you to it.
Shall we say ciao for now?
Ciao.
Ciao, everybody.
Ciao.
See you on the 20th episode next week. 20
episodes. Wow.
20 episodes.
Hey,
yeah,
that's a lot of episodes, isn't it?
It certainly is. So let's see you all next week, and sign up, get on the mailing list, and then you'll see all the updates for the 24th of October.
Thank you, Dean. You're very welcome.
Oh, Dean.
John Gordon.
There you go. John Gordon 111111. Is that binary for really good?
What else have we got? David Hand's going to mention it on the Magic Circle Zoom show tomorrow.
Fabulous.
Charlie Robinson, awesome as always. Thank you, Charlie. Thanks for watching.
You were amazing, Charlie. You were amazing.
Thank you, David. Leo says he was in a lecture with Justin Miller last night. Hope you would like it too. We'd have loved it. I love all of his magic.
Oh, yes, of course.
Yeah. Thank you, David. All right, everybody, look after yourselves.
Yeah. Ciao. Oh, equals applause on some side.
Right. One.
Oh, yeah. Right, okay.
Hey, we'll have to remember that. That's great.
I'll remember that one. Thank you. See, I'm always learning, always learning. So there we go. Thank you, Callum. Callum's just said, hey.
Hi, Callum. We're just about to leave, but you can watch the show again. Make sure you check it out.
Yeah. Rewind it, go back to the beginning, have a look.
Hope you're keeping well, Callum.
Yeah.
Take care, everybody. Bye.
Yeah. See you later. Bye.